the financial landscape can feel like a game where the rules change constantly, leaving regular folks trying to figure out how to maximize their hard-earned dollars. Peak Credit Union throws its hat into the ring with the Peak High Yield Checking Account, a product designed to ease the common pain point of watching your money sit idle in a traditional zero-interest checking account. Many people struggle with balancing the liquidity they need for daily expenses with the desire to earn a meaningful return on their balances, and that is exactly where a high-yield checking option aims to help. It acts as a middle ground, keeping your money accessible for bills while providing a reward rate that rivals many dedicated savings vehicles. Looking closely at the numbers as of June 22, 26, this account offers a multi-tiered approach that scales based on how much you use your debit card. If you are someone who swipes your card frequently, you can unlock a Tier 2 rate of 5.0% APY on balances up to $25,000. For moderate users who still want to beat standard checking rates, hitting the Tier 1 tier lands you a 3.0% APY on balances up to $25,000. Any portion of your balance that climbs over $25,000 drops down to a flat 1.0% APY under both tiers, which means this account is strictly built for a specific cash sweet spot. However, if you drop the ball on meeting the requirements during a monthly cycle, the entire balance takes a nosedive down to a minimal 0.05% APY. To actually secure these higher rates, the account places some clear roadblocks in your path that require strict monthly discipline. Earning that top tier 5.0% APY requires you to complete a hefty 25 debit card transactions per cycle and stay enrolled to receive e-statements. Dropping down to the 3.0% APY tier cuts the transaction requirement in half, requiring 12 debit card transactions per cycle along with the same e-statement enrollment. It is a system that essentially penalizes passive behavior, forcing you to actively swipe or tap your card to justify the return. On the plus side, making these purchases does have an automatic feel-good element built in, since the credit union donates 1 cent to local charities for every single debit card transaction you make, a program that has raised millions so far. From an unbiased standpoint, the pros of this account are centered entirely on liquidity and the potential for a great return on smaller pools of cash. You get a suite of modern digital banking tools, 24/7 mobile check deposit, bill pay, and instant mobile wallet compatibility with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, and Venmo. If you walk into a branch to open the account, they can hand you a free tap to pay Visa debit card the exact same day. Another significant benefit is the ATM fee protection, offering up to $25 per month in surcharge refunds for times you step outside their 30,000 surcharge-free ATM network. Furthermore, the threat of a monthly maintenance fee completely disappears as long as you maintain that e-statement enrollment, giving you an easy path to a free account. The major cons and risks involve the strict hoops you must jump through and the sharp drop-offs in earnings if your balance expands or your transaction count falls short. A rate of 0.05% APY is practically nothing, meaning a single month of missing your transaction quota wipes out your earnings potential for that cycle. Managing exactly 25 purchases a month can feel like a part-time job or a tedious chore for anyone who prefers using a credit card for points or safety. There is also the reality that the APY is completely variable and subject to change at any moment. Furthermore, the rules state that a separate savings account is mandatory just to open this checking account, and a $25 opening balance is required. The dividends you earn are calculated daily and credited monthly, but they do not stay in the checking account. Instead, they are automatically swept and credited into a linked Peak Saver account on the final day of the cycle. In summary, the Peak High Yield Checking Account functions as an engaging, high-reward option for individuals who already treat their debit card like an extension of their hand and keep their liquid balances strictly under $25,000. The ultimate risk is human error and inflation of your balance. If your cash grows beyond the cap, your earning power falls to 1.0% APY for the excess, and if you fail to hit those 12 or 25 transaction benchmarks, your yield plummets to 0.05% APY across the board. It is a tool that offers excellent short-term returns but demands constant, unblinking attention to detail to avoid losing your yield.